AFTV Lee, that was a pathetic performance by Arsenal. I think they forgot that this is supposed to be a big game. Arsenal versus Liverpool, I don't care about league positions of the two respective teams. That's a huge game in world football. The world is watching that game, and the world will be watching, looking at Arsenal and thinking, what is going on at Arsenal Football Club? It was terrible.
Yeah. I'm going to have to say it now, too many of these performances. Too many of these lacklustre performances, not enough fight, not enough desire. You know, players being played out of form when you can clearly see they're out of form, mentioning no names. But they continue to keep playing. That is giving the lacklustre performances because, you know, there's players not being given opportunities. And I've got to say today, you know, we've been outclassed, outplayed against a Liverpool team that is nowhere near the standards of the championship winning side. You know, they're not. This is not the greatest Liverpool team, and that's no fault of their own. You know, they've got injuries and all that. And I'm not going to go behind and hide behind. Oh, we've got European football, a big game.
No, because they've got a game on Tuesday.
They've got
a bigger game.
Exactly, they've got a massive game on Tuesday. They've got to go over to Spain. They've got like 2 days to prepare for that. We've got 4 and we're at home. But what it really highlights today, and this is the worry for me as being an Arsenal fan going forward, well, maybe not going forward, but it is at this moment in time, is that our 2 players that we miss most are our 2 youngsters, 19 and 20 years age, in Smith Rowe and Saka. From an attacking point of view, you know, but you can't be relying on players, not Arsenal Football Club, to be getting you out of jail and getting you out of holes and sticky situations like that. Granit Xhaka, people criticise him, missed today. David Luiz gets pillared for his performances, missed today. You know, the defending today was pathetic. That's 6 goals now in 2 games, in our last 2 games. There's some worrying times, and I have to say, you know, and I don't want to be going on at Mikel Arteta. I'm looking at him on the line. He just hasn't got a clue what he's doing. You know, we was getting outrun in the midfield. They're 3 against our 2, and he didn't change it all game. And you know, it's not rocket science. You can see you're being outplayed in midfield, then swap it around. But they've done nothing like that. You know, like for like substitutions. Very, very worrying.
Yeah, it is very worrying. And like you said, the defending today was beyond poor. I mean, it was absolutely pathetic. And you got to worry going up again. You know, if you're a scout from Slavia Prague and you're looking at the defending, you're saying, well, you know what? These lot are so ropey at the back.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, 6 goals in 2 games in the Premier League. We can get at these lot. We can do something.
Exactly. And what the trouble with Arsenal at the moment is, Robbie, is that, you know, and this is what worries me about the Europa League, whether we can win it or we can't, is that we've got this performance is in our game, whether it be today. These performances, we will have a performance like that in the Europa League because we've had performances in the Europa League like this against Benfica and Olympiacos already, but we've got away with it. You're going deeper into a competition which is going to be tougher, right? And from that point of view, you're going to find it. The games are going to be harder. And we ain't going to be able to come back. The difference today is that when we went 1-0 down, Liverpool were good enough to be able to see it through. You know,
it was bad. The thing is as well, you wanted to see a reaction. There was none.
No reaction to it whatsoever. No, from the players. I think what is highlighted at this football club, to me now, or the lack of it, is the lack of leaders and leadership of this team. It is absolutely, let's be honest about it, it's non-existent. You know, they're good players, there's some very, very good players in there. But ultimately, when you've got 2 teenagers that have come through the youth team, pulling you through games, there's some senior players that have got to be looked at seriously here. And, you know, I have to say, as bad as that was from an attacking point, the defending today, you know, this is the 2nd time now that 5 foot something has beaten our 2 central defenders in the air from 6 yards. You know, I'm sorry. You know,
and then even then, I think the keeper could have done better.
Well, the keeper. Look, I've got my I think that Leno's a decent goalkeeper. Is he top notch? Not as far as I'm concerned. I think he's a decent goalkeeper. Too many unforced errors in his game, if I'll be honest, for my liking. But look, he is the least of our worries when it comes to other things in the side. We've not got a decent right-sided central defender. Like if David Luiz is out for a long term, then we're in all sorts of trouble there, And the biggest disappointment today is, that we've lost Tierney today. I think for a couple of games at least. I can't see him being here if it didn't look good. So we've now got an unbalanced left side going into the most important game of the season. Some worrying times, if someone else should have been rested, maybe it is him. But in saying that, you can't see, it was a contact injury that can happen at any stage.
No, it's all on Thursday, isn't it?
All on Thursday.
Let me just ask before you go, the only thing that was special today was the stuff that, people were sending in regarding Claude.
Yeah.
That was magnificent, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely magnificent. And what is the greatest thing about that is it's all around the world and all around the country and from different fans as well, And, I lost a friend on Monday and... he was a miserable sod at times. I have to say.
Can't imagine if he was watching today.
So, but he was a very, very funny fella, and to be in his company and that, I feel blessed for that. And I have to say that he was the reason that I watched AFTV, and I do think that the success of this channel is down to a few people. But he is one of the main ones that done it. And do you know what? When I wasn't involved in this, and I used to watch the videos like all the guys do now, and I felt his pain when we lost. I felt his pain, and that's what I could relate to. And whenever Arsenal lose, he's not happy, and I'm of the same sort of mould as that. And you can't be happy with that today. And I think that, unfortunately, I'm going to have to say this, that there was always, a lot of, we knew that Claude had his problems like with his mental health, and people, I think, took advantage of that by having a go at him on social media and things like that, knowing that he was vulnerable. And I just hope that's a lesson to everybody, that, that things can go that way. And he was always worried, I can tell you this now, always worried what people were saying about him. And, and I see him suffer on that a few times. And there was times I said, look, Claude, please just, say it to the nice people that are giving you compliments, because, there was a lot of love out for him, which has been shown over these last few days. I have to say that, and it's just a shame that I didn't show that sort of love when he was alive. And that upsets me a little bit. But listen, he was a wonderful, wonderful guy, and I'll be entirely grateful that I've become, first of all, to know him, and I think the biggest thing is to say, I was his friend and he called me his friend as well. So that's where I am on it, and God bless him.